This is an Ariel collective message. Let's see. What do we feel right now? All I knew when I sat down was Ariel. I kept hearing that all day now. And I've been hearing a lot of music. That's something about the Ariel collective that's specific. Very specific. You guys like to channel through music. You and your counterpart. You guys have an ability of like giving a lot of telepathic connections through music and ways of expressing to each other that feel not possible right now through music. That is the energy I completely am receiving. Yeah. So right now, a person is witnessing what had to crumble for their true beginning to happen. You and this person are in a form of separation. This is for you, not to you. You could have wondered if you were crazy, if you made up just how intense your connection is. See, you know yourself, and there was a third party involvement with this dynamic. There were fabrications. There was part of your mind that could have warped things to make you think they were worse than they were, because the parasite in our mind loves to do that. That's how it eats. That's how it lives. But you, again, you know yourself, and you would not completely dedicate your heart to not giving up on something if there wasn't a bigger picture. What I sense right now is an individual who absolutely is on their feet. They are not an individual that gets swayed by money or what a person has or a person's status. They care about who a person is, how they treat others, and respect this world. During your separation, you've gone ahead and gotten rid of anything that would destroy or hinder your ability to live in your highest timeline. For you to receive that with fulfillment, you asked and manifested a lot of destruction had to be disintegrated when it comes to the parasite in your mind. We are our own, go with me here, okay? Hear me. We are all our own guide or demise. Whoa. That was interesting. We're all our own guide or demise. The parts of your parasite that could make you impulsive, fabricate things, belittle yourself, disvalue what you've done, had to be disintegrated and destroyed for you to move forward and trust yourself. That's what's happened in your time apart. As we speak, they're thinking about your strength. They're thinking about your passion. They're thinking about your ability to lead through nurture, compassion, and sympathy, but still hold this divine masculine respect. And they're saying right now, I don't need any more signs. I'm not at peace with fate with the way our last conversation went. I see through the deceit of the outside and also that part of me within that thought I wasn't enough to attract in this type of connection. Ariel Collective, this person absolutely wants to speak to you. So let's get into the mind process of them right now, thinking of you. They wonder if you would accept them. They wonder if you would accept them and see that you guys can rise from this together. That they don't see you as a game. They don't see your heart as a game. They're going to be asking a lot of questions about you. And Spirit says, make sure you ask your questions as well. The two of you are not the same people when you last spoke. There's been enough time and growth to really expand on who you were. There's a lot of times you thought you were doing the right thing and didn't realize you were being impulsive. What's truly meant for you, you can steer away from you. But if you do your work, if you love yourself and you elevate as a person, it will come back to you. It is just as simple as that. That is law of attraction. Spirit says, this person and you both stated in your own sense, this could be not verbatim the way I'm about to state it, or it could be. It's time to move forward. And you both did. You realize no matter if this person's in your life or not, you're Gucci, you're good. You love yourself. And at the end of the day, that is truly what matters. The ones who are meant to coagulate and be part of that, you have to go through hurdles with, so you know that they will. If everything is just always peachy, you won't know if a person truly is somebody that will be there for you. Spirit says, you have realized there are no tests to pass. That's how you pass the tests. I know that sounds contradictory, but it's true. When you realize there's no test to pass, you pass the tests. And the greater example I'll give you of that is when you're so hyper fixated on left path, right path, instead of just going. And from that moment of making the decision, moving forward and knowing that's the right decision, hesitating, second guessing yourself and etc., is when you lead to a path of not passing a test. Simply proceeding with confidence in your actions and your intellect is the right path. Let this form. Move forward. That's what I got for y'all today. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it. What is the extra little bitty for you? That we have out of this reading. All right, forever by your side. You're about to be, this is actually nothing to do with that love partner. This is a message for you that you're about to be presented a new animal guide. What is that animal? Interesting. The animal guide is going to be very different for a lot of individuals. One thing I can definitely state is letting you know another form of a spiritual friend to have and coexist with is plants. If you're feeling called to get houseplants, I highly suggest you do that. When you nurture Mother Nature, she nurtures you back in more ways than one. A lot of you here thought that the only spirit guide you could be presented was only an animal. There's more. What I sense for you all here, because they are collective, it's going to be an animal that would be frequenting in a jungle. I see myself completely surrounded by so many different animals in a jungle. This animal familiar comes to you for the sweet, when you're feeling bitter and you need to feel sweet. One of the next times you are in a moment of really feeling like a discouragement, but you know you're doing the right thing and you're being too hard on yourself, Spirit's going to present you then this jungle animal. And this animal will come to you in those exact moments to remember to give yourself the benefit of the doubt you're deserving of, to not fall into self deception, thinking that you have done something wrong by having to put a barrier up, not be as sweet as you would want to a person. That animal comes to you for reinsurance. When it comes to the plant guide, I feel called to tell you that this is involved with money. You nourish Mother Nature, she nourishes you back. You should get a form of a house plant. If you have certain animals, look up to make sure that those plants are not toxic to them, or make sure you keep them in a complete space that your animal can't reach. The two plants I keep seeing, well, money trees, bonsai trees, and a snake plant. Look up those three. See what calls to you. Hell, if all three of them call to you, I suggest more plants the merrier. Just make sure you know how to take care of them. That animal guide and plants are watering you as you water them. That's what I have for y'all today. And I'll see you when I see you. Let's get it.